Good afternoon, everyone. It is my great honor to introduce our esteemed guest today, Mr. Kallur Krishnan Namboothiripad, sir. Hailing from the renowned Kallur Mana in Kerala, a lineage steeped in more than 1500 years of tantric and mantric tradition, Mr. Kallur Krishnan, sir, brings a wealth of knowledge and experience to our gathering. With over 30 years immersed in the practices of Tantra and Mantric rituals, Mr. Kallur Krishnan sir has dedicated himself to addressing emotional health and its various influences, from planetary changes and traumatic experience to past life karma and occult influences. In addition to his traditional roles, Mr. Kallur Krishnan sir has made significant strides in contemporary fields. He provides specialized medical transcription services to health systems in the Middle East and the United States. His commitment to sustainable and wellness is reflected in his development of eco-friendly body products, including creams, soaps, application oils, and more. Today he will be sharing his insights on traditional practice of mantra chikitsa, graha chikitsa, and purva karma vichar in management of chronic diseases. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Kallur Krishnan sir as he begins his session.
Namaskaram and greetings from Kerala. How are you? Yeah, that's something that we need to know all the time. We are fine. And first of all, let me thank Sri Ashutosh ji and whole family. And it's an amazing event, and thanking him to invite me for this specific, this special event. Sorry. I have a bit of fever, so you can, this cough will be there, so forgive me. So, the responsibility vested with me is to talk about emotional health, or how we are treating emotional distress with the use of mantra. So what is mind actually? Mind is something we have been through, like the whole collection of experiences till now. That is what we call mind. And sometimes, okay, we will be giving ourselves to others, as in they will talk ill about us or they will talk good about us, and most of the time we will be depending upon others' words than realizing our worth. That is one thing. And we continue to linger those words from others. It's like if someone says, you are looking good, what do you feel? You will be happy. Like morning you are wearing some new dress and going to the office or college, and 10 people are saying, okay, you are looking very good, and by the time of meals, by the time of lunch, someone says, okay, this dress is not suiting you. Again, though this 10 people told you, okay, you are looking good, only one person told you this negative thing, that only will impact you. If you have a meeting after this lunch, and if there is a washroom, you will definitely go in front of a mirror and to see, okay, what has happened to my dress. If not, you will carry that kind of feeling that I'm not perfect. Because we will give that much of importance to others' words than understanding ourselves. So mind is very tricky, and you know this Ayurveda, and there are many methods in Ayurveda to treat mental illness. I will try to connect this mantra shastra with Ayurveda. And this mind and body, it's like a hot ghee and a vessel. If that ghee is hot, it transforms to this vessel, and that vessel also will get heated up. The same way, when our mind is not proper, or when we are going through some kind of a stress or distress, definitely that will affect our body also. And what is making us, or what is making our minds impure? There will be responsibilities vested with you. Like each of us, we have our own responsibilities, and there will be but most of the time, okay, we may not be able to perform in a proper way. So what we do, we will carry that kind of guilt inside us. Okay, I didn't do. I couldn't do. And it will be there, like, okay, today it is this, and next day it will be something else. So always we will be in that cycle, and that will affect our Manomaya Sharira. This Manomaya Sharira relates to our Anahata Chakra. And then to this Manipura, and then to the Swadhisthana. That is air, and air, fire, and Jala. That is Agni, Vayu, and Jala. So when it affects us, and that automatically, okay, that will affect our bodily being also. So why it is happening? As per astrology, there are many things. First, we have to see. Anyone knows astrology here? Yeah. So you know that fifth house we have to see. Yeah. Fifth house is there, moon is there, Mercury is there, and Jupiter is also there. And we have in Kerala, we have a practice to use this Mandi. In North India and other parts of India, they don't use Mandi. That Mandi is a Kshudra Graha. No matter how good a horoscope is, if one or two planets having affliction of this Mandi, we have to say that that particular planet or planets will not give you positive results, because Mandi has that much of importance in Kerala astrology. And when this Mandi is in the fifth house, definitely that person will go through his emotional distress where this Mandi is situated. If it is in the Karkataka Rashi, when that moon Apahara is going on, and if that moon is in the 8th house or 6th house, definitely that person will go through emotional distress. And it is, and something, why, okay, when we are going through this emotional distress, like for a long time when we are going through this emotional distress, something, a very small thing can happen to us, as in, okay, I'm emotionally very distressed, I'm going through one corridor or somewhere, and some dog, maybe a dog comes in front of me and barks at me, I'll get frightened. Naturally, my heart will start pumping, and blood will flow like more than natural way, and secretion will happen, hormones will happen. Sometimes this secretion, this hormonal may not be the normal even after we are recovered from this trauma. So hormonal imbalances will be there. Like when, okay, you know this PMS, and when PMS is happening, okay, you are getting this hormonal imbalances. After some time, okay, you are back to normal. But that time, you don't even know what you are talking and about what you are saying when PMS is happening. The same way, almost the same way I'm saying this. And I'm not going too much into astrology, because that is how we do from this astrology or this horoscope only. We will find out what is the root cause of an issue. It can be Deva Graha or it can be Asura Graha. You know this Graha dosha, right? In Ayurveda there is a topic, right? Graha dosha prayashita. It is there, yeah. So Graha doesn't mean, or the spirit, okay, whatever it is, inhuman or non-human, okay, that is non-human. That is not coming from outside. It is from us only. It is from us only. We are thinking, and it is affecting our intellect. This Buddha is affecting, controls our intellect. Even it can even have an impact on Nadi. This Nadis also, they can have an impact of this Buddha. So when something happens, the energy within us, okay, you can take it as Kundalini. Have you heard of Kundalini? Yeah, Kundalini, not Kundalini, it's Kundalini. That becomes active, and it will start, but it may not reach here. And that will cause lots of emotional distress or disturbances. Sometimes we call him as or her as a maniac. We have to find out if she is a maniac or if she is getting revelation. That there is a difference. Maniac means, okay, who cannot control her senses. When he is becoming something divine, divine in the sense, the divinity is not coming from outside, it is coming from us only. When we do the kriya, when we do the puja, the prana we are taking from us only and keeping it and making it, it has a nishkala rupa. After that, we will make it as a sakala rupa. The same way, everything happens within us only, and this devata or this negative energy, what all you call devata or pishach or rakshasa or anything, okay, that is coming out of from only. We have to find out what kind of devata is. Is it a Shaiva devata? Shaiva devata means relates to Shiva. Vaishnava devata means relates to Vaishnava. This Apasmara devata is Shaiva devata. Apasmara devata is Shaiva devata. Vaishnava devata is, we call it as Brahma Rakshas. Brahma Rakshas is that is Vaishnava devata, and there is Smashana Kali. Everything is inside us only, it's not anywhere. You don't have to search where is it coming from. So this Smashana Kali is there, that goes to Shakteya, that is of Devi. We have to find out which or what kind of impact has had on that person, and we have to ascertain, we have to find an appropriate havan for that. If it is Shaiva Devata, we can do this Akhora havan, and if it is Vaishnava Devata, we will do Sudarshana havan. Okay, not only Sudarshana, there are many other. And if it is of Kali, definitely we will do this Mahakali mantra, Mahakali yajna. What happens when we do this havan? What is mantra? Mantra is not something that we are chanting. It is something that we are trying to become. It's not something you can read from a book or you can find from a YouTube. No, it's not like that. You have to have a guru. You have to have a guru. And there is a certain frequency how to chant this mantra, how many times you have to chant. And with that mantra, with that continuous sadhana of mantra, some kind of divine energy is being formed inside our body, because when we say, you don't have to use your tongue to say ma. You have to use your tongue to say sa. It's like that. So all the syllables, like in Sanskrit or as 51, it has impact on all our body. So when we chant a mantra, that energy is being created in our body. After some time, when it is becoming intense, it will start spreading from than our body. And with that energy, we can use for others. We can use it to help others. That is what we are doing now. And even if we are doing this kind of kriya, there is every chance of repercussions. If I am doing a kriya to save someone from graha dosha or graha badha, that graha badha will affect me. Maybe it may not be in full way, that will have an impact on me. Thank you. Sorry. That will have an impact on me, and I have to do sadhana. I have to do sadhana to maintain or to replenish my energy. So it's not a small thing. Even in Ayurveda also, when you are treating graha dosha or graha dosha prayashita, when you are doing, you have to do some kind of sadhana. Because you can see many things in the text. I also can see many things in the text. But when to use or where to use and what to use, for that you have to have that siddhi. So it's not something you are reading from a book. It's something that it has to come from your mind. There are many combinations of concoctions, kashaya, and there are many vatikas also there. Then there can be many, or maybe 10, I'm not so aware of this Ayurveda, but there can be 10 types of medicine for one particular disease. So it's up to you which one you have to choose. You cannot get everything from text. You have to use your intellect, you have to use your intuition, you have to use your sadhana, because everything is from the mind. So if you haven't started, okay, if you haven't started any sadhana, I'm not asking you to do any sadhana. But it's not only a text, it's not only some words, it's a divine thing that you are going to intervene with. And that's what I told you. If I am doing a kriya which is blocking, or if I am doing a kriya to help someone who is going through this mental distress because of a graha badha, that will have an impact on me. I also have to replenish myself. Otherwise, it will affect my body. The next day, within 24 hours, I will start. My eyes will start paining. I may not see properly. Even if I am wearing specs or my left eye will start, that vision will not be clear. I will start my back pain. So many things are there. Even my I will have this constipation because this energy is affecting me. And we can see what all are the situations when or how a person can go through or will go through. First thing, we will start from this pregnancy only. If that, why, like in most of the customs, by the time of 7th month, that girl will be sent to his maternal house, right? Do you have any practice like here in, yeah. After her, by the time of her 7th month of pregnancy, she will be sent to her maternal house. It's not that, because that is where she has to be that is where she will be at peace. Because her mother is there, her family is there, even though how loving this husband is, the care and the place where she is already brought up, she will be secure there, and that is why these 3 months are being spent at their home. We have still, okay, we are doing it, this Garbha Raksha. The end of that 7th month, we will do this bali. Bali means it's not a sacrifice. We are not killing any kind of animals, nothing like that. It's a bali which is to appease this Graha Devata inside her body, finding which dasha she is going through and which apahara is going through. And those two planets, we will appease those two planets. And we will do this Bali Kriya, and we will remove all this negativity, and we will tie them Raksha, this Tayat. So that coming 3 months, she will be emotionally stable. That means we are saving a generation is going to come. Because it was there. Now very less people are practicing it. It was there, now because everything or anything which can happen to, because I have many experiences of that. After 5th month or after 7th month, if someone is, if that lady or girl is going somewhere and some lizard is falling on her head, definitely that will affect that baby. And we have to, and we will know, they will not know what has happened to that baby. That baby will be crying, that baby will be having a sputum, this kapha. Many things will be there. But we have to find out why it happened. We have to find out from this mother's horoscope also. You can write the kid's horoscope after this 11th or 12th days as per your custom, and find out, okay, which is the Shishta Dasha, like which planet is going on, this Dasha is going on, and where is that. And you can even prepare yourself to treat that baby if she is going to go through some kind of very distress, physical illness also. So we have to find out, we have to protect that mother and then this baby, and till the time of 12th year. Because that is when, till when he is 5 or when he is 7, whatever he does, okay, we will take it as kids thing only, or kids behavior only. But when he is 12, everything changes. If he is doing the same thing what he was doing at in his 5th years of age, if he is doing the same in the 12th year, definitely, okay, we will get angry and we will slap him. So that 12 years is a it's a very crucial area. I think in Ayurveda also there is one practice to give this kind of medicine or that kind of medicine till this Balarishtada is over. So if not treated, that boy or that girl will have emotional distress, which will reflect by the time of when he is 18 or 24. 18 or 24. And in that childhood also, I will tell you one incident. That boy, one boy was around 5 or 7. He went to his aunt's place. It was a vacation. And he was alone, and his aunt was there, and their family was there. At that time, he was sleeping at night. He became thirsty. He went to this kitchen, but this aunt saw him walking. She didn't know where she is going, so she also followed. And he opened the fridge, but you know this, when you open the fridge, okay, that light will come. With that, in that light, he saw this aunt. He got frightened because he didn't know someone is following him. And when he opened that, he saw this aunt, and he got frightened and he started crying. On the next day, it was a talk of that family. The whole family gathered there. They were just making him fun of him, like he was, and the question is, aren't you a man? Because a man has so much of responsibility, like he cannot cry, he cannot express emotions, but that only made him not to talk with his family for another 5 or 6 years. He will not talk anything to their family. He will go to school and he will do his things, but he will not talk anything to his family. Nothing he will share. They came to me, and they came to me and found out, okay, what is the root cause, and made him understand, okay, this is what happened with you, because he was 12. He was in a stage to understand, okay, what has happened. Because they were from a very, they were not, maybe lower middle class, and they may not understand, like, what is all these things. So we cannot use all this scientific jargon. So I made him understand and did a kriya, which made him go through this kind of repulsion from the society, and thank God, okay, it has become, he has become normal. So it's only a one incident. The one more incident, one lady, it happened almost 20 years ago. She came to me last 2 or 3 years ago. She was with her husband, and they went to their family, this husband's house. When she entered there, she was pregnant that time. She was pregnant, and when she entered that home, she saw this husband's brother's wife. She was delivered, and that baby was 2 or 3 months old. She was having, that baby was having these fits. The moment she entered into that house, she saw that, and she fell down making a loud noise, like you cannot even imagine how loud it can be. She got in and she saw that, she fell down, because she already is having that, she is already pregnant, so her mind and everything is being concentrated on it. So what will happen to my child if something happens, if something like this? That kind of thoughts she had, and she fell down behind. After 10 or 12 years, they came to me and made her understand, when she sits in front of me, when she makes that loud noise, you will, this hair will be like goosebumps you will get. I was doing one avahana, closing my eyes, and she made that noise. Actually, I also got frightened, and after that, I didn't close my eyes. I did avahana, opening my eyes only. It was that shrilling voice she had. And because the reason was a Naga Kali. You know this Naga Yakshi is there, Naga Kali is there, Naga Chamundi is there are different kinds of Naga Bhairavi is there. So it was this Naga Kali was affected, because, and the reason is her family, her paternal family was a kind of Vaidya, not in a high way, but local knowledge. They were a Vaidya and they worshipped this Nagakali. After some times, they didn't worship this Nagakali, and that Nagakali, impact of Nagakali has made on this lady, and I had to appease this Nagakali. After that, she also became normal. Again, thanking God. So what I'm saying is, we have to find out what is the root cause. We have to find out, okay, what is the root cause? There is one more thing, Kai Visham. You know this Kai Visham, this Garam, what is it? Garam. It can be induced, it can be given by someone. Have you read about this Garam? No. Yeah, it is a medicine which, with which you can attract or destroy anyone. Don't use that. But it can be used, even it can make the other person mad. So we have to find out what kind of a Kaivasham is there. It's not only the medicine. It's not only the medicine. Kaivasham means garam or this Visham toxin. It's not only the medicine. It's just like, okay, I'm giving you 1 or 2 bottles of Coca-Cola and Pepsi. I'm removing that label from Pepsi to Coca-Cola and Coca-Cola to Pepsi. Will you be able to differentiate the taste of that Coca-Cola and Pepsi? Very rarely people can. And we will drink that Coca-Cola, we will drink that Pepsi, assuming it's Pepsi, actually it is Coca-Cola. So this label is the mantra. That Vesha or that medicine which is given is medicine only. There will be one label that is called mantra, because that is where the intention is. My intention is to make that person to do the Vashikaran, to attract that person to me. So that also we have to find out, because there will be always a conflict. There will be sense and sensibility, even though you are given this kind of garam or this Vesha. There will be sense and sensibility within us, and the conflict will start. That conflict, end of the day, that will end as madness. And this Graha Badha. Graha Badha happens when this transition is, when Graha transition is happening. From Guru or to Shani or from any planets, or that, because when the transition happens, that influence of that Graha is reducing, and the coming Graha, influence of the coming Graha, that is yet to come. So you will be, what to say, vulnerable that time. That is when this Graha Badha is happening. We have to find out which Graha, that's why you should have a basic knowledge of astrology, so that you can do a lot. You can do a lot with Ayurveda. Because Ayurveda relates to Prakriti, this mantra or this puja or everything, this havan, everything is related to Prakriti only, because Panchabhuta only. We use this Jala, Gandha, Pushpa, Dhupa, Deepa. Jala, you know, Gandha means Prithvi. Jala, Gandha, Pushpa means Akasha. Jala, Gandha, Pushpa, Dhupa means air. Deepa, fire. Panchabhuta only. We use this Panchabhuta to appease this Prakriti. And after appeasing that Prakriti, we will remove this negative energy from that person. And we will do this Nivedya. Nivedya means feeding them with kind of food, and we will send them to the universe back. We will not use, or we will not harm any Badha, we will not harm any kind of Devata also. So there are different kinds of, I told you before only, this Sudarshana Havan is there, and Mrityunjaya Havan. Mrityunjaya Havan, we use the Giloy. Giloy is there, and only Mutta means seeds of banyan tree, El, that is sesame. So there will be 7 herbs will be there to do this Mrityunjaya Havan. When we offer these herbs into this Havan Kund, that fume coming out of that fire and that Havan Kund will directly go to our olfactory bulb, and it will go to, first it will go to our nostrils, then to lungs and olfactory bulb, and that actually that energize our in body. And when we use this Sudarshana Havan, we use this apamarga. You know what is apamarga. So there are many, most of the things in Ayurveda or Ayurveda, these medicines, we are using in Mantravada also. Mantravada means application of mantra. And one more thing I will tell. Okay, I told you this Graha Badha, Graha Dosha will be there, Kaivasham will be there, and our internal conflicts can also happen. And one is the Purva Janma. Purva Janma, it is very complicated actually, and there are many texts or there are many verses in Ayurvedic books about this Purva Janma and how it is affecting. But I'll tell you a different story, as in last week only they called me. Now that girl is 37 or 38. When she was 12 or 14, that is when this moon, Chandra Apahara was happening along with Mandi. She became so enemy to her mother. After that, she didn't even talk to her. She didn't even see, okay, what is happening with her mother. No matter how much they tried, nothing did happen. What we have found out was, around 300 years ago, it's not a story actually, it's a fact. This is how the things are working on us. Around 300 years ago, the same family, this girl's paternal family, had killed one girl who was a servant, and that girl's preta, you can take it as preta or you can take it as energy, or she might be knowing, this girl only might be knowing about this story or that happened in that time. So she started behaving as an enemy to this family. So what I have to do is to talk with that preta, or to this spirit. So there are many methods in, it's not only, Graha Dosha, it can be our daily life also. So once you really understand okay, what is happening with that patient, and if you could find out, okay, what has happened, when it happened, and because of which graha it happened, you can seek a help of an astrologer. Once you are, once you are practicing, you can take a help of an astrologer. That is also there. So until and unless self-realization, what is that? Like absolute knowledge of ourselves is not attained, we all will be mad. I am mad in some kind of way. We are all mad in some kind of way. Only thing, okay, what is making us go through or sail through is a sensibility. And that's prajnaparadha. That is what, because doing something which is not proper, or we are under the influence of kama and krodha. Again, that is also written in Ayurveda. So there are many methods, and if you have any doubts, you can come with it.
Yes, any questions? Anyone? Any questions?
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
I have two doubts actually. In Ashtanga Hridaya, we get reference Puraguhasya Rakshartham Nirmita Shulapanina. That is, they were for protection that grahas occur.
Sorry?
And for protection that grahas were, nirmana was done. And then later we get reference Himsa Ratyartana Kanksha Graha Grahana Karanam. So the cause? These two statements seem a little contradictory. Could you please explain?
Okay, how can that be contradictory?
Sir, for the grahana occurs because of himsa, because himsa akanksha. So if it is causing himsa to that person, how does it do rakshana then?
I'm sorry, I still cannot get you. Can you please?
Sir, grahas came in order to protect.
Yeah.
That was why they were formed. But the three causes told in Ashtanga Hridaya for grahana, for that, especially in Balaroga it was mentioned, for grahana is himsa akanksha, rati akanksha and archana akanksha. So in order to cause trouble to that kid, the grahana occurs. That is my understanding. So if it is causing trouble to the child, how does it cause protection?
It depends where this planet is situated. If it is on 6th or 8th or any malefic, like not supportive house, definitely that graha will not give you any protection. So it goes to his past life. It can be Matrishapa, it can be Pitrishapa, it can be Sarpashapa. So if he had done something in the past life, that is why this horoscope. Horoscope is not something that you have to live accordingly. It's like a signboard. You can use that signboard either to, like you can imagine you are seeing a hump on the road, and it is up to you whether to speed up or to slow down. So horoscope is a signboard, and if that boy or that baby is being affected, definitely he might have done something in the past life, and he will accordingly get this kind of graha badha. That is, you are saying bhoktukama, hantukama, himsakama, right? Yeah. Sometimes this hantukama will not. It's very difficult. Actually, it is impossible to remove this hantukama. Bhoktukama and bhoktukama and all, okay, we can appease with this food. So that will be appeased.
Namaste, sir. So as you mentioned about the Preta Badha and other things which we will get to know, in case as with the same example, so 300 years ago the same thing had happened, so maybe the Preta Badha was seen in this child or in this family now. Is there any solution, or will it be solved in this life at least, or will it be carried forward always?
You have to solve it. Preta Badha is not, what is Preta actually? It's not something flying without, wearing a white sari. It's not Preta. It's, 10 pranas are there. Dhananjaya is the last one. And Dhananjaya, all the 9 pranas will go once this cremation has happened. Dhananjaya will be there for another 12 or 16 days, according to the customs. After that pinda, after that Sabindi or Tripindi, that kind of rituals, that Dhananjaya will start building up to his body. Daily this Dhananjaya, this Pitra will have first, it will have Shira, and on the 10th day, on the 12th day, it will have his, its feet. So it will be of this height, only this. After receiving this Pinda, it will become only this, with a length of the finger. After that, it will start roaming, thinking of what has done, thinking of what it didn't do, and that kind of, he will always or she will always think, okay, I didn't do that, I have to do that. That's why they are taking another birth. It need not to be the next year, it can be maybe after 300 years. So to balance what she had done, what he had done in the current life, she will take another life. She only will choose her mother. She only will choose her family. It is not a God's wish actually. We are here, it's not because of God's asked us to be here. It is us only to be here. I only selected my mother. I only selected, okay, what my life will be. And going through that kind of situation, I can balance my karma from the past birth. So it's better if there is a Preta find out, okay, why he is angry, do the appropriate rituals, and it will be sent to Vishnupada. That is what you asked, right? Yeah.
Hello, sir. Pranam. Sir, we being a physician, we come across some patients who don't respond to the valid treatment in all the ways. So, is there any way to understand for us, we as a physician, that this patient or this presentation of this patient is because of Graha Bada, that we call it in Bhutonmad in Ayurveda, or Abhichara, so that we can help that patient and safeguard ourselves also?
So you are asking, what if a patient is not responding to the medicines? That is what you, sorry.
My question is, sir, we physician, we don't do sadhana and we don't have that level of understanding about Bhutonmad and Abhichar and etc. all the treatment. At least I don't know. So is there any way to understand, we as a clinician, that this patient is because of Bhutonmad or Abhichar?
Yeah, you will have a Kul Devata, right? You will have a Kul Devata. You can do chant, you can do the sadhana, you can do the chanting, so that you will be saved from these negative effects of this Graha Dosha or Graha Bada, because you are stopping them. Because that patient has to go through a phase. With the help of medicine, you are stopping that, right? So it was his karma you are stopping. So definitely you also will get, it's not about getting frightened, but we all will get a kind of, it's like if you are not immune, or if you are not sterilizing your hand in a surgery, in an operation room, you also will get infected the same way. So you have to have that sadhana, minimum sadhana, at least Gayatri if you know, or any kind of Guru Preeti you can do.
For a physician, a disease is diagnosed by Nidanam Purva Rupani Rupani Upshastha Sampratischeti Roganam Panchadasmrutam, ऐसा कुछ है. सो उसमें आतुर की परीक्षा करते हैं, तो आतुर की परीक्षा में रोगाक्रांत से देह से स्थाना नष्ट परीक्षित नाड़ी मूत्र मलम जिह्वा शब्द स्पर्श द्रगाकृति. तो जो नाड़ी परीक्षा है, वो नाड़ी परीक्षा हम सामान्य रूप से जीवसाक्षिणी नाड़ी की परीक्षा करते हैं. लेकिन अगर जीवसाक्षिणी नाड़ी पे की परीक्षा आपको अच्छा आ गया, वात पित्त कफ रस रक्त मांस देखना आ गया, then you are further integrated to see Madhya Nadi. In the Madhya, you can see a Nadi, which denotes a Graha Bata. Along with the Amartya Vak Vikrama Virya Cheshta, वो जो उन्माद के प्रत्यात्म लक्षण हैं, वो लक्षण आपने डायग्नोज किए, उसकी ट्रीटमेंट की और पेशेंट को कोई फायदा नहीं हुआ, then you should go for Madhya Nadi. And if you get a Madhya Nadi, then you confirm this patient that this is out of reach of a physician or for any pathy, allopathy, Ayurveda, anybody. 100 पेशेंट्स मेरे पास आते, उसमें से 5 में ऐसी मध्य नाड़ी मिलती, और ऐसे पेशेंट्स को मैं इस तरह के विषग्रह बाधा या तो भूत के बाधा प्रतिषेध के एक्सपर्ट्स हैं उसके पास भेजता हूँ. तो मेरे पास 3-4 महीना या दूसरे इंग्लिश डॉक्टर के पास बहुत सारे पैसे खर्च किए होते, वो यहाँ 1500-2000 में ठीक हो जाते हैं. So this Madhya Nadi can be a source of diagnosis. ट्रीटमेंट हमको नहीं आती, लेकिन डायग्नोसिस करके हम इनके पास भेजने के लिए, ये फिजिशियन के लिए मध्य नाड़ी इज द सोर्स ऑफ. अपनी लिमिटेशन क्या है, अब इसमें मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता, ऐसा ये मध्य नाड़ी से पता चल सकता है. आई थिंक इट इज द क्वेश्चन यू आस्क्ड.
Thank you, sir. We will take last question.
Good afternoon, sir.
Namaskar.
Wonderful lecture.
Thank you.
Sir, my question is about Purva Janam. So if a person in Navama's chart having Rahu in the 5th house, so what does it denote?
Rahu in the 5th house.
Yes, sir.
Which is the house?
Navama's chart.
No. Which house? Like
5th.
Yeah, I understood. But what is Lagna? Which is Lagna?
Sir, I don't know.
Because it depends where Rahu is. It can be in Mesh, it can be in Rishabh, it can be
In Dhanu Rashi.
in
Dhanu Rashi.
Dhanu Rashi. Dhanu Rashi means that person might have killed. See, from only one planetary position, we cannot come to a conclusion. We have to see other planets also. So there are every chance. I will tell one more story. It's not a story, it's happened. One person came to me saying his kids are having respiratory issues, and I kept the Rashi, found out some Naga Shapa is there. They killed from the Rashi, it was from the Prashna, it was Naga Shapa. So I asked, okay, what is the issue with you? Did you kill anyone? Did you kill any Sarpa? So what he told was, he didn't kill, he has 2-3 babies, 2-3 kids. When he saw a serpent coming to his house, and it went into some burrow, and he closed that with mud. That burrow he closed with mud. Afternoon, in the afternoon, he thought, okay, let that go. He opened that burrow, and he saw this also, and many other baby snakes also. They all killed. For that, I don't have any kind of kriya. I cannot do any about that, because seeing that or listening to that only, that brings so much of pain. Only thing what I could ask, to go to a Naga temple where this Naga worship is there, offer a handful of coins and seek forgiveness. He did that, and his kids became okay. So 5th house, of course, it is mana only, this mind only. It is child also been seen from 5th house. So 5th house Rahu I cannot tell. Only because of a 5th house Rahu, he can have hallucinations. He or she can have hallucination, which he will not be able to interpret what is happening. And sometimes he or she will bring fight unnecessarily. Hormonal imbalances will also be there.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. It's okay, right? Yeah. And it was very pleasure to talking to you, and thank you to listening to me. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir, for your knowledge and valuable insights. I would like to call Vaidya Satyavat Nanal, sir, to felicitate Mr. Kallur. Thank you, sir.